This is Le Japanese Fromage.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. This is where we check out the freshest of cheese straight from Japan. Today we have Le Chef Don.
And Le Chef Clint.
Today we're going to take a look at one of two Cygames animes that are being produced this season. And the one we're taking a look at is Granblue Fantasy! Hey, Granblue Fantasy! Don't you just love the adventure shit?
Sure.
Sure? Come on. What's there to not like about it? Like, it fills in everything that is adventure. Bad guy with annoying voice and mustache chases after helpless maiden who can't protect herself without the aid of her personal knight and somehow escapes and happens to fall into the hands of the main character, who happens to be locally in the area of her landfall. But yes, the fallen maiden Lyria, who is an experiment of the Empire, who has this strange power to communicate with dragons, or even more so, call upon dragons, and her personal knight, who stays by her side, Catalina, is always there with her super strong sense of chivalry.
Focus on dying when something fucky comes out.
Yeah, too bad for him. And Gran, which no surprise kind of shares the name with the anime. And you know, he has a blue sweater, so Granblue.
Okay, you pointed this out. I want to say this.
Okay.
They've also followed a classic rule where they picked up from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. Point out the main character in this scene.
Yes.
You see like people like, you know, kind of weathered clothing, and then you see like just
The most fashionable
the
guy.
most fashionable person and the most colorful person in that picture. I'm like, oh, I wonder who it could be.
Yeah, like you have Ash with his backwards cap. You have Yugi with his like impossible hairstyle. Now we have Gran with his blue hoodie and like half armored body.
Oh, the hoodie thing threw me off because you look at the clothing and
I was like, ooh, progressive.
yeah.
So Lyria and Catalina eventually meet up with Gran, Lyria's savior,
Now, quote unquote, soulmate. Why not?
because, well, let's put it bluntly, he died.
Unless you got Phoenix now. Okay.
Unless you got a Phoenix down, and in this case, Lyria had a Phoenix down. Although the Phoenix down was kind of hurt. Mind you though, Gran had the choice to decline her, to say, no, I want to stay dead. He definitely wanted to stay alive.
Because, you know, main characters.
Because main character reason number one in adventure series,
You don't
I
know.
must go somewhere because someone told me to go somewhere. And that's what's happening here. Gran has to go somewhere because he has to find his dad, who is in Fabled Land X. And that's how they go on this quest.
We got a healer. We got 2 knights. We got a sniper now.
Yeah, they're probably going to get a mage and what else? Oh, wait, no, they're missing a tank. Like a proper tank.
Oh, yeah. I remember now, yeah.
They're missing a proper tank. And spoilers in the opener, we're going to get 2 more guys. One that looks like a mage.
And the one that looks obviously like a tank.
That might be a tank. I mean, we didn't see a shield or anything, but this party's looking a little empty. And if they're looking for somebody, they're looking for a tank. Because I don't think a villager and an escort is going to help the team with their DPS in clearing quests. Hell, they can't even get to the island of Astrals without Grand Platinum.
Yes.
As of episode 5, he's leveled up maybe about once in combat. No, he's leveled up once in courage. I don't know about combat ability. The guy literally jumped from an airship to a small floating island that's like, what, 100 feet below him?
Actually, that makes me question also, like, what's the distance between Lyra and Granton then? Because he jumps, it's quite a fall.
Mm-hmm.
So how far can he actually be without dying? Or did they just throw those rules out the window right when he did the fight?
The correct answer is the distance is anime distance. It's enough of a distance such that nobody gets severely hurt, and the story progresses.
You know, I just realized also, we got dragons and then you got their pet. And you forget the name, pet
You mean
dragon. Yeah, pet dragon. So like, or whenever, like when they summon
I mean Vern, right? Yeah.
Vern, whenever they summon, you're just gonna wonder like, I'm gonna be you one day. Not this shitty little.
Not this weakling form. One day I will eat all the humans and rule over the islands of the skies. But until then, I'm stuck to this zombie boy who has a soul pact.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be their mascot. I'm gonna be this crew's mascot. Because you need one of those in these kind of games.
I'm going to be promotional material. I must make the money to fund my war efforts.
So we watched episode 5, and before they leave, they already got this thing where it's just like, oh, we gotta save the world. It's like at the end of their travels, we gotta save something. Like, oh no, we need to save the princess. Oh no, before we leave, we gotta save this island. What's the next one? Oh no, we gotta save the.
We gotta save the land from being engulfed in lava.
Or oppression. Or you know what? Just be heroes for everything. Whatever. Just do it. Forget about the Astros. Just work your quest line right now.
And despite everything that has been done over and over and over again in anime adventure series, Granblue Fantasy does it just as well as the rest of them. Like, yes, they go through cliche things like, oh, we got a quest, and this is how we need to do this before we proceed. But you know what? It's actually rather endearing to see how these one-dimensional characters attack each of these problems and then hence evolve because of those continuous chains of quests that happen throughout the storyline. The other thing I like about Granblue Fantasy is something that is very key to an anime adventure series, and that is the sense of adventure. The sense of leaving somewhere and wanting to go somewhere. And that is refreshing, especially when you can take any pilot that you can, even if she's shitty, and you go to the next island just because you want to. The feeling of the vastness of the world as you leave home. The feeling of wonder when you come across new landscapes or architecture, or seeing the majesty of godly beings like, or the sense of seeing new things is so dense in this anime that it makes you feel like you're on an adventure. And this is Le Japanese Fromage. You can find us on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook by searching up Capo Knuckles. You can also send us an email for anime you'd like to see on Le Japanese Fromage by sending a request at caponukles@gmail.com. And if you'd like to see more Le Japanese Fromage, tell your friends. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave some comments down below in the video to let us know what you think of this. And we will see you next time with a fresh serving of cheese.